Hello, my name is Alehtan and welcome to the Word Made Easy channel. So in this video, I'll be explaining to you about Word Paper 4 Task 2, which is extended writing. So let's begin. So the contents in this video, I will be explaining to you about extended writing, the types of essay, how to write the essay, a detailed explanation of each type of essay, tips for extended writing, and some of example questions. So what is extended writing? So extended writing is found in the MWET paper 4 task 2, and the suggested time to do this extended writing is 50 minutes out of 75 minutes for that total paper. And then at least you have to write 250 words at least, and it consists of three components, which is the introduction, a body paragraph. You have to have at least three paragraphs or three main points, and the concluding paragraph. So there are three types of essay: discursive, argumentative, and problem solution. So in the exam, it will come out at least one of the types of essay. So let's look at the types of essay. So for discursive, it is a neutral essay and or unbiased argument. So you have to have three main points as usual, and the three main points, two of them you have to support and one oppose, or one supporting the argument and two oppose. So you can use either two of these. And then for argumentative is to persuade readers. So you either strongly agree to the question or you strongly disagree. So for the three main points, you have either three support or three oppose. So for the problem solution type of essay, you have to provide solution to the problem. So you have to have at least three solutions in the essay. So for the general format of extended writing, you have introduction, body paragraph, and a concluding paragraph. So for the introduction, there are three main components, which are the attention grabber, or mostly known as hook. You have a background topic, and you have the thesis statement. And then for the body paragraph, we have the topic sentence, supporting details, and the concluding sentence. And for the concluding paragraph, you have to restate the thesis statement. You give hope, suggestions, or actions, or recommendation, and a closing statement. So let's look into detail. So for the introduction, you have an attention grabber. So what is an attention grabber? So an attention grabber is usually the first sentence of the paragraph. The purpose of this attention grabber is to grab the reader's attention, so it should be written between 1 to 2 sentences. So there are four types of attention grabber that you can use. So the first one you can use is a rhetorical question. So a rhetorical question is a question that you use that can get the reader's attention. So we'll be looking into the examples later. So for anecdote, it is a personal story that shows how the topic affects people. And then you have quotation. So the quotation is a quote from a well-known person that can pique the reader's interest. And lastly, you give statistics. So statistics is that data of a research or a study related topics. So let's look at how do you use this attention grabber. So firstly, for the anecdote, so for example, the topic is schools can play their role in eliminating bullying. So what you can do for an anecdote is, so this is the example. In July 2024, a Form 1 boy schooling at Malaysian boarding school passed away due to a group of unresponsible seniors bullying him with an iron. So this personal story shows how bullying is very serious and must be taken action. So this story will pique the reader's interest into reading more on your essay. So the next step is quotation. So you just quote a famous person. As you can see at the example, they quote William Shakespeare, and make sure that the quote has relation to the topic. So for the third example, we have the statistics type. So for example, in 2012, studies have shown that the percentage of recycling in Malaysia has decreased by 5%. So this is like a basic type of attention grabber that you find. And then lastly, the rhetorical questions. So for example, the topic is students should be required to learn a third language. So you can ask a question to grab the reader's interest. For example, have you ever traveled to another country and you can't seem to understand a single word they said? So from this question, the readers will be very intrigued, and it will make the readers ask themselves like, what's the good answer? So yeah. So that is the third of attention grabber. So now let's move on to the background topic. So after you do the attention grabber, you make the background topic. So what is a background topic? So a background topic is information that provides context of the essay to the readers. So it's usually written between 2 to 3 sentences. So for example, the background topic is usually, so it's after the attention grabber. So the background topic, for the topic, you can read the topic. It's important to choose a career based on passion rather than money. So the background topic is, this raises the questions as to what drives them when looking for a job. Is it passion or money? Many are still divided when it comes to deciding which of these is more important. So basically, background topic is just a more elaboration to what the topic is, so that it will be more smooth to go to the thesis statement. Yeah, so nextly is the thesis statement. So this is the final sentence of the introduction paragraph. So it needs to have subject, claim, and then 3 points of support. So this is the formula that you can use. For example, okay, let's see at the example. So the topic, buying products online is better than buying them at stores in person. So yeah, so this type of argumentative essay, since you have to agree or disagree. So let's say it's agree. So what are the first, you need to list out the 3 main points to support your claim, since it's and you agree to the essay. So first, saves more time, provides more variety of products, and is more practical. So make sure that these points are specific and not vague. So for example, of a vague point is more easier. So how is it more easier? Like, you have to explain more. This is very vague, so make sure your points are specific. So how to use the formula? So for example, so buying products online is a subject, and then your claim is better than buying them at the stores in person. So and then you go to your 3 main points, as it saves more time, provides more variety of products, and more practical. So these are the thesis. This is a thesis statement. So it is very important for you to know, and this formula is very helpful for you to build your thesis statement. So nextly, we go to the body paragraph. So the body paragraph must have a topic sentence. So what is a topic sentence? So a topic sentence reflects the main point of a body paragraph. So basically, the main point is from your thesis statement. So topic sentence is only written in one sentence only, and you need to use sentence connectors. So for example, your thesis statement is financial management courses should be introduced to university students, as it would help save money efficiently, boost the country's economy, and provide future generation with a brighter and stable future. So these are your 3 main points. So you have to make them into a thesis, to a topic sentence. So you use a sentence connector. Firstly, when students are given the opportunity to learn financial management courses, you just paraphrase from your question, from the topic that you got, and then you just state your point. So, firstly, when students are given the opportunity to learn financial management courses, they would be able to learn ways to save money efficiently. So, there's the first topic sentence, first body paragraph. So, this is your first paragraph, and then for the second body paragraph, you have a second topic sentence, secondly, and then lastly. So, obviously, you can use other sentence connectors such as um, these are the types of sentence connectors that you can use, like furthermore, in addition, moreover. However, yeah, this is very useful. You can read these types and use it in your essay. So that's for the topic sentence. And now after the topic sentence, you have to obviously elaborate your point. So you use these are the function of supporting details. So there are two types of supporting details, major and minor. So the major supporting details, you directly explain the topic, directly explain your topic sentence, and it consists of very important info, more general compared to minor. So for example, your elaboration to the topic sentence, your idea, and then for the minor it's just an elaboration of your major supporting detail, like statistics or examples or research findings. So let's look at the example. So for example, is the topic is just the same as the topic sentence. So for example, the point is save money more efficiently. So how do you elaborate it? So for the major, it just elaborates more. Through this course, students will be able to further improve their ways of handling their pocket money or scholarship. Just elaborate the point. And then the minor supporting detail, you give an example, and then from the example, like how it would, how the how it would allow them to effectively track their money. So yeah, this is basically it. So that's the supporting details, and now let's go to the concluding sentence. So for the concluding sentence, it basically indicates the end of a paragraph. So the overview of the topics addressed, no new information is given, one sentence only. And then the for example of concluding sentence is therefore introducing university students to financial management courses will help them save money more efficiently. So basically this concluding sentence is to backtrack back to your main point so that the reader know what you're talking about, so that they won't and your paragraph won't be messy. Yeah. Okay, so that's the concluding sentence.